Good evening, and we have a special edition here because everybody on this set has gotten an award or a grant or gone somewhere and volunteered someplace, and I think this is volunteer month or something. They have, every week they got something else, okay? But everybody that's sitting on the stage, they volunteer. They volunteered, they've been different places, they've gotten awards, you know. And so I just thought it was good that we could show people that old people still get awards too, as well as young people. How about that?
Big time.
So with that, we're going to move along. And I welcome you to the Let's Talk with Paula show. And I'm going to have you already know who all these people are, okay? But they have to introduce themselves.
I'm Sierra Eggleston. I'm a community advocate and here with my dad.
Now, I adopted you, so you here with your adopted mother.
And my adopted mother.
All right. Then.
All right, good deal.
Excuse me. Yeah. Your turn.
Oh, my go? Hey. Hey, I'm Tony Cobain. I'm an actor, comedian, recording artist, and entrepreneur. This is like my 5th time.
No, we're not counting. Because he's been here forever.
Charles Eggleston.
Commander Charles.
Commander Charles Eggleston with the Military of the Purple Heart. And it's always a pleasure, normal, to be here with you. This is my 2nd show I've been on.
Now, to my guest, we know that that's a story because he's been on all these different panels and stuff, and I always just think it's so nice that he comes on with his daughter. And, you know, he does community activism, and he's sitting in Congress every day for the veterans. He don't want to talk about himself, okay? He sits in the Congress chambers and, you know, come back and let us know what's going on, let you know what's going on. You've seen this man. You know that he keeps you abreast of whatever's going on with the veterans. And I know he's keeping them abreast because now they're doing commercials about that money that they took back and now they gave it back. And everybody's doing commercials about getting money with the vets, okay? And people in Baltimore, when I did a show, guy called me up the other day and said, you know, I went to such and such a place, and the people said, I know you, because we're on YouTube now, okay? So it's okay for all y'all to be on YouTube and TikTok in case they take it off, correct? We all good?
Yeah.
Okay. So told the guy in Baltimore, I seen you on television, okay? So we everywhere, you know what I mean? So with that, because we got so many pictures we want to show you, and I want you to see them, okay? This thing that's sitting right here is a presidential award that I received, and all these people sitting here were there, and I'm so proud. But it's the highest, it's the highest honor award that you could get from the President of the United States. And this is from President Biden this year. I got the Presidential Lifetime, making me feel so old, Lifetime Achievement Award, but I'm so honored. And all these people were there with me to see me get it. So we have some pictures to show you, okay? And my cohort here, he had gotten an award that night too, and when he sees that picture, he can tell you what that was about, okay? All right, so let's move along now. So, Tom, could you please show us a picture of this young lady, because she's sitting to my right, and then you see that man, and then you see that man. We'll start off and do it like that. How about that? Would that help? Or you want to do them the way you want to do? That's it. I told you she was my adopted daughter. See that?
Yep.
She looks just like my daughter, don't she?
Yeah.
That's my adopted daughter.
Both
That's
the bobs and everything.
But he really looked like my brother or something.
Right.
Yeah, like a family member. But that
Like
ain't
my auntie.
No. Go back. And what is this? What is this?
I think that's the challenge award from the president that was given to me by the actual group.
On that night. And that was the first one that's ever been made for their organization.
Yes.
It was the first one that was ever made. You were the first recipient for that as well. So we want to take our hand off. And this is me receiving the award, and you know, I asked him, could the commander actually give me my award, because you know, he's been around and he's a part of this and everything I've been doing for the last year. So it wasn't just about me. This award is not about me. This award is about all y'all that have ever helped me anywhere, in church, community, coming on this show, and I really thank you, okay, and I really want to thank you for doing this, okay? So, and that's the award. If we opened it up, that's what it looks like, okay?
I like that.
Right.
Tell us about this.
Oh wow, I've seen this so many times, like on TV, never in real life.
That's actually the House. Okay. I was there for the opening of the Senate. Okay. On the Maryland Senate. So that one was from the Maryland Senate.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, and this one?
That's part of that. Oh yeah. Well, that was at the joint. That was at the joint testimony
Okay.
on Capitol Hill. It was in the Durkins building,
Okay.
U.S. Senate building.
And these little logos that they got on there.
Blue Star Family.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
it's a MSO group,
Okay.
and they take care caregivers. They do Blue Star museums, all that. I sit on the board of directors for them.
Oh, okay.
So
All right. Go ahead, Tom. And that's my adopted daughter. All right.
That photo was taken when I accepted an award on behalf of the Foes of Honor, which is a military organization that helped me get through college. This was at the Gateway Mortgage Group. It was in like New Jersey, so I drove up there from school, me and my family, and we accepted the award. I gave a speech and everything, so it was a great opportunity. This right here was another chance I got an opportunity to, well actually I got surprised with this award in the middle of a game. I went there thinking I was going for a whole bunch of different military families.
and that's in Madison Square Garden, by the way.
Yes, at Madison
Nice.
Square Garden. So at the New York Knicks game versus Cleveland Cavaliers, I was accepted this award with it was a professional basketball player. I forgot his name. Dominique? That's not Dominique.
I forget it's one of them,
I
but I
can't-
know she.
I know he was tall.
The reason why she wasn't expecting me to be there, I had a speaking engagement in L.A.
Right.
And so I was stuck out in L.A.
Right.
She didn't know that they had put me on a special flight coming in.
And he tells this story
Yeah.
all the time, whether you hear
Yeah.
that. Okay. So.
Yeah, so
I was glad that you sent that picture so that they could see that he wasn't telling a story.
Right, because
Okay.
it was a very special moment for the both of us.
I'm quite sure it was.
Yeah.
It sounded like it. It was very special for him because he will, talk about it when we talk about
well, you're
it.
in the best known facility in the world,
Mhm.
Madison Square Garden.
Right,
It's the #1 arena in the world.
right.
So when you see your kid get honored at a basketball game,
Mm-hmm.
and both teams going into the playoff at that
Mhm.
time, come on, you know.
That's tight.
That's what I'm
what
talking
you-
about. See, that's
yeah.
what I'm talking about. Young people.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Tom. Hello. What happened?
There you go.
Oh, okay. Okay. So now, this was taken at this is ceremony with Commander Eggleston and I both received awards. Okay, and those are. There's that man right there. You see him on the corner, and you see this young lady right here standing next to me. That's his family, and those are some of the people that I know that came out and visit with us. And there go Nevillon Mitchell. Go back for 1 second. He used to be a producer here. He was just here not too long ago with his group from Baltimore. He said, and there go Micah and her Aunt Audrey, and there go 2 church members that I know that's standing right there in this corner.
Yep.
I've known them forever.
That's funny because
And,
I actually remember that lady.
You do?
She teaches at my high school.
Did she?
Yeah.
Get out.
Small world.
Yeah. Yeah. And there was his whole family that was there too. That was okay, go ahead.
Oh,
Alan, and
wow.
what's that picture? Because you sound like that's one that was on the internet.
Oh no,
okay?
so I built like a little small at-home studio / portable mobile like recording studio, and I was just like practicing like taking headshots, and I was like, oh,
It's out there on the
it turned
internet.
out like that. I was like, I don't even know how to like take headshots. I was just playing around on I think New
So-
Year's Day.
Okay, that looked like a
Yeah.
comedian thing. Like you was
Yeah.
laughing
Yeah, I
at
was
your
just-
own.
That's a
I
good shot. You
did
shot
that.
that over camera.
So now
Yeah.
where's
I
this
like
at? Because we trying to get this.
that was a live performance I did in Atlanta. A live performance I did in Atlanta for a song called Nights on Sunset
I like it.
in LA. Yeah, that was fun. It was really hot that day. The group Escape was next door. That 90s group Escape was next door. That was
Oh
pretty
wow.
Oh, okay. And that
cool.
is.
Wow, that is something.
That's your
I'm crying.
Oh,
that is your email address. How people could get in
yeah.
contact with you. See how far I went to look
yeah,
for
that's
y'all.
like Instagram or something?
It says, I am Tony Cobain. That's what it says, I am Tony Cobain. Okay, and that's that picture that we just saw.
Oh, yeah, that's I was like, yeah, that's
You see, I was looking right.
online picture now.
Uh-huh. Okay, now what is this, Charles? Because I see Mr. Commander Eggleston is in this picture. He's on the second row in the center.
Well,
Okay.
it's a upcoming event. It speaks about incarceration.
Mhm.
So I'm going to be talking about how my group, we give you a second chance. We actually get you out of jail and get your expungement done
Okay,
for veterans.
okay.
You know, if things happen, just like a boom in the night, person falls asleep in a parking lot and not knowing money's drop, a regular money drop is happening,
Mhm.
the police could consider that person as
Get
casing
ready to scan.
Right.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know,
So you see, I was searching, right? I pay attention to y'all, right? Okay. Okay, so that's a upcoming event, and then that's when we did. Oh, now who is this person? You remember?
She's the mayor of Glen Arden, and then that's Ambassador.
Lady Diamond.
Yeah, Lady Diamond.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that's my. Okay, so if you're my adopted daughter, so he must be my adopted husband. Adopted. You don't know nothing about it. Nobody else in the whole world knows about it. Okay. Nope, nobody knows about that picture. Okay. All right, and this was us again. And that is what this is up close. And just so happened I had these little flags.
American
So I
flag.
just laid the
Right.
American flag across it, you know. All right, that's me. Okay. See, told you it was my adopted husband.
Absolutely.
What
Yeah.
can I say? All right, and this was me because everybody else's award got opened up and mine didn't. She handed me my award. So I had, because some of them didn't have this, you know,
Right.
the thing in it, right? So I figured when she handed it to me, they must not have had the award in. So I looked. So after I looked, that's when I showed everybody. My award is inside of here. She was trying to play a trick on me, see.
I'm worried because some of them was empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And this is my family, okay,
Aw.
that's here. And there is in the back, that's his family. And one of the people in Baltimore, my sister, and Micah's on there, and Aunt Audrey. And that's my mother with the fur coat on all the way down to her feet. And my sister's over there in the corner looking like the Chinese Sun Ling.
Suling, I like that.
Oh, that wasn't negative. That was not a negative comment. Okay. Let me get that straight. All right. You got to be careful about what you say.
Yeah, that is true, especially in this.
Now, this is
day
a
and
letter
age.
that they sent me to tell me that I was nominated, okay? And, you know, so here we are. Here's the evidence of it. So that's the letter that I received. Thank you, Tom, for sharing that. So, actually, you can nominate. I want to talk to you about that later on.
Yeah.
With us. Okay. All right, go ahead. Was that it? Oh, okay. Now we
Nice
can
and
talk.
small.
Oh, yeah. So, did I surprise y'all?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I did, because I thought that they were important things, and a couple of y'all sent to me, and then I had to hunt for some other stuff, you know, especially from the men. You are the only one that was compliant. You sent me everything I asked for, okay? He started out good, but he ended up kind of weak.
Yeah, I thought I had
I
sent
was
pics, but then I
crying.
was like, then when you showed him, I was like.
And
wait,
this one, I wasn't even expecting.
I didn't know.
If you notice that I said to you, I got him, because I wasn't even looking for him to send me nothing, okay? And,
I've
you
been
know.
traveling, so that happens.
That's why I went on and said, I know that, and I tell everybody that. I said, so if Commander Eggleston doesn't call you back, don't get excited. Just leave him a voicemail message, and he will, and tell him what you want.
But the gentleman from Baltimore with the housing,
Yep,
I took care of him.
yep,
So he's getting his disability now.
yep. He said that y'all still working on him to get some.
Oh, he's gonna be good.
Yeah, I told him that.
Yeah.
I told him the same thing when I look. I be talking about you. I be promoting you, man, when you don't even know I'm promoting you. Okay, all of y'all. Okay, and I just thought it was a good mix that all of y'all are community advocates.
Right.
You know what I mean? And people need to see that community advocates are young and old. You know, and they needed to see that we all go out there and we all do the work. And people don't realize that it takes a group effort for people to do things, you know, no matter what you do. Because even in your life and what you're doing, you comedian, you do all those other things, you still do community events. Because you do my niece's event that she had, that the mayor of Washington was at.
Yep.
Over there. You went over there and they asked you to be a part of that ceremony. So you do activism as well as doing what you do for life. Same thing with you. You got a career, but you still go out there, even though you're an advocate, but you still have a career, and you go out there and you do what you need to do. And people need to know that. Now, we know what he does because he's been on the show forever, okay? And if it was not for him keeping us informed about different things of the veterans, a lot of them would be waiting too late, because by the time it gets on the news, it's too late sometimes.
Right.
For you to be able to do something about it by the time they decide they want to tell
Yep.
what's going on. So they get it firsthand when it happens, because he's been on the Congress floor, and then he comes back, and it just so happened the same day or the same week. You know, he comes back and he lets everybody know. And people comment about that all the time.
Because it's an update, just like this other issue that I have that's very creative that a past president named Trump is pulling off. basically in the same realm that I'm dealing with now with veterans. He's trying to get expungements for all those who committed the crime of insurrection or the January the 6th incident. Come to look at it, in the good spin, guess who should be doing something similar to that? Not for those guys, the January the 6th. Biden should be doing that across the board, letter of clemency.
Not for that group.
No, definitely not that group.
Okay,
No,
because that's
anytime you do anything against the national concern,
insurrection.
yeah, you need to be thrown in jail for life. That's what I feel.
That's the way I feel about it too,
All right.
because you're trying to take over our democracy, and you're trying to kill people, and you blatantly showed how the disrespect that they had for our United
For
States
the office
Capitol,
itself, yeah.
You know, and certain people, and if the vice president had gotten on that bus that night, it's understood that they were going to kill him. You know, and it was a Secret Service person that told him, no, don't go out there and get on that bus, you know, because he was told not to go with the people that were against what they were trying to do. And, I mean, that's a very frightening thing. This is your vice president, but yet you're going to have them get him out of there so you can do something. And look, this is not what I know. This is what they had on the news, okay, at the time. So I'm not making this stuff up. They had it on the news when it occurred, and they told everybody. So go back and research it so you can look, so you don't say, oh, well, yeah, she told me that. Nah, the news told you first. You brought it up, and I'm just saying.
Yeah, I get that, but here's the real ticket. You're trying to get votes that you can't get votes because this person has a record. This person has an outstanding record with a felony or whatever the case is on it. If I was president of the United States and I need those votes, I pardon. I do what they call a blanket pardon, or it's a list. He can wave that wand and make it happen. Now he has those votes. They can come back and vote, and I doubt they're voting for the anarchy,
let's say this.
or the Trump. I guarantee you.
This is what happened when Trump was in office. When it was time for him to get elected, a re-election, he did the same thing when he was in office. He let all these people out that were incarcerated and you know, expunged their records. It didn't matter what you went in there for, whether you was a killer, it didn't matter, a person that molested kids, it didn't matter.
Child molested.
He just gave everybody a blanket thinking that those people were going to vote for him when that election came around. And he got fooled because they didn't, you know. So for him to go back out and do, and once again, I ain't make this stuff up, guys, okay? You go back up there and look it up and see what happened when he was the president of the United States, just before his next election, that he let all those people out of jail, okay? So I'm not making this stuff up. Go look it up for yourself. I would not sit on this television and lie about anything. So go look it up and see what happened when he was running for re-election last time.
And I say what I'm saying because the president of the United States, the current president, is a personal friend of mine. So I wish he's listening to something like this and think about that in reality. Give these folks that don't have a voting measure a chance to vote. I think they would appreciate you for doing just that. You get them a second chance.
And here's the thing, that if you are out there and you know this is a very, 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 very important election that we're getting ready to have, okay? And so this is the first time in history that you've ever had anybody, look it up on the news, that has had so many charges against them that's being allowed to run for the president of the United States.
Right, how's that even possible?
You know, and it really is a disgrace to our democracy, you know.
To our Constitution.
Well, and the Constitution. That's the Constitution. Because it's definitely in the Constitution of the United States. Go back and look it up, please. Please go back and look it up.
Like we're in that twilight zone.
Right, I don't understand.
So, as young people, what do you think that you can do to help us get that message out about what Commander Eggleston just said, you know, to the president, you know, of the United States? You need to be trying to work on this, you know, just like the other person is. You need to be working on it too. So what do you think that the young people can do to try to make that happen?
I feel like for some reason he's worried about the wrong things, because he worried about canceling TikTok when he should be.
He should cancel TikTok. No, I'm just kidding.
When that's what our generation uses in order to
not just your generation. They got old people on there now too.
Well, I'm just saying.
Everybody uses
Well,
it.
maybe they need to get a new talk rather than
Yeah.
the TikTok that's owned by the China.
Right.
Get
So
a new
you-
backbone, then we talk.
I think
Right.
the hopping is they should ban TikTok and just start one in USA.
That's right.
And,
That's right.
And I think Joe Biden, I believe he don't know how to effectively communicate with this age group and demographic. I feel as though, instead of going through these different modes of trying to reach us, he should actively, use what we're using to communicate. And that's like stuff like TikTok and social media to help get his messages across. And us, what we can do is we can, maybe we can build a bridge. Maybe we can, start some sort of social media campaign that will help get to Kamala Harris and Joe Biden,
Vice President.
Vice President Kamala Harris and President Joe Biden, and we can meet halfway.
Yeah, I think that's why he added her as the vice president, so she can connect more with us.
Well,
Persons
okay,
of
we
color.
talked about we
Yeah.
talked about this one time already, that they don't have her in the spotlight as much as they've had past vice presidents.
Such as who?
That's true.
Because
yeah.
no vice president's in the spotlight.
Yeah, they don't really be.
It's not
No,
their-
but,
it's not their
but they
position.
tell you what they're doing. They're not going to supersede what the president is doing.
All right.
But at least they tell you where they are and who they're meeting with. If they're going across the border and talking to somebody, you hear that on the news. I
Yeah,
don't
we
care
don't
what
hear
vice
nothing that she
president it
doing.
was. You understand what I'm
That is
saying?
true.
And so you see her when she looks like she's creating her own news. Like if she goes to Howard University for one of their special occasions. I just noticed since the last time we was on television. When I said that before, I noticed that at the bottom of the screen.
Mhm.
The bottom of the screen, it floats across. It says, Vice President Kamala Harris just met with so-and-so and so-and-so. Did they talk about it? No. So I don't think that she gets the respect, because she might be doing a lot of things out here.
Right, we just
But
don't
she
know.
doesn't get the respect that
Right.
the other vice presidents have had. And then you're not supposed to overshine the President of the United States. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But whatever it is that she's doing, give her that same airtime. Even not her picture-wise, but just talk about it.
Right.
And that's not what they've done
Right.
since she's been in office. And I think that's a disgrace. And I think that's I think it's sad.
And it hinders them from us from voting for them too. I would say.
No, it
'Cause
shouldn't. No, you better.
I think it would
Communication can hinder that, but you better vote for the right person rather than the wrong person.
Well, I don't know. I feel like people voted for Trump before because he was more active on social media.
But wait a minute, baby, come on now. I don't care how
And he was
active you-
more into our community than the other
He
president.
did what? He did what?
He was more involved in our community.
Such as?
Like she was saying, where he expunged like one of the biggest rappers.
That was in our
Kodak.
community. He was expunging.
No,
remember?
that was
I mean, not
jailers.
expunged,
People that was in
but
jail, and all
took
of them
him out
shouldn't
of
have been.
jail.
And those people shouldn't have been let out.
He
of
shouldn't have been out of jail,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he took him out of jail so that people would look at him.
I think
with
one of the guys
respect,
went back
for
to
real.
So they
jail.
vote for him. Oh yeah, it was a
And he
couple of them.
did he go back to jail after he got out?
Couple of them did.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so that's what I'm saying. No, but if you look at these little clips and stuff that they have about him, it's not about us. Look, the man got AI. I did not want to put this on there because it came off of somebody else's show. Okay. He is doing AI to show that the black community is behind him. But when you look closely at those pictures, you can see that one guy got a finger where it was bent, it was cut off, something. And it was something else going on in that photograph where he looked like he was trying to say these people. Then the other one, which was the one that was hilarious, and go look at that, is the one that he had where the man looked like he's out there going door to door and talking to another black person, okay, and got a thing in front of him. But the man's a hand, he got these two up here, but he got a third arm.
Maybe
Wait,
it's a-
wait.
maybe it's a-
No joke. I'm gonna show it to you when we get through. The man got a show.
funny.
It was on the news just to try to make people think with these. You know how you do, Charles?
Yeah, I know.
You can make it look like I'm in China if
Yep.
you want to, right?
I do.
That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what they do. That's what he's doing to make the black community. Look it up on Channel 9 News, okay? That's what, and Stephen Colbert. That is what he's using to make people think that the black community is right behind him. But it's all fake.
Right, right.
We're not. And that's why we need to pay attention. We're not. And there are black people that think that because he gave them some tax breaks when he was in office. Oh, yeah, I got money when he was in president. But you know what happened? Look, it's going to get taken right back from you because you know where his heart is. So you might not have known where his heart was before. But that was to get votes.
You say he gave tax breaks, or was that the Obama's rule taking effect?
Oh yeah, it was Obama's rule taking, but he took credit for it. And the minorities don't realize that that was Obama's rule that he confiscated. Okay,
that was something he put. That the past president had done.
Yeah, so he took credit for it, and these crazy people out here instead of looking it up. They say, oh yeah, at least I got, no, but you know what? He gonna take it all back if he get back in there, because he said that he could shoot anybody he wants to shoot, and he talking about shooting this one and shooting that, and everything that's coming out is about Hitler, okay? What? Not me, look it up. So y'all need to be paying attention, but this man be saying at all these rallies and stuff, because everything, and look at the news. I know that it's depressing, but now it's time for you to look at the news and pay attention. What this man is saying on television out his mouth. And he tries to talk about Biden not having all his faculties. What president do you know to talk about bing, 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 bing? No. Shabing, shabab, you know, right? Shabing, shabab. You're in the middle of a conversation, and he don't know what he want to say, and then ding, 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 ding. No. Or sting, and chicken, ching, and then naming these all these minority groups that he started calling them all. Go back and look at the news.
I was really offended that he dropped some shoes during Black History Month. Like, he dropped some like Air Trumps, and I was like, what do you do? Some gold shoes, some gold shoes, some Air Trumps.
He sure did.
Like, who he do that
for? He sure did.
Because that's all we wear. We just wear sneakers.
They sure did.
We can't put boots. We can't put shoes on.
That's right.
We wear some sneakers though.
Yep, and I get mad with Michael Jordan, because he should be like Allen Iverson. You know, get tennis shoes that the parents that don't have a job can afford to buy the tennis shoes for. Right. You know, instead of charging all these things and everybody else have them, and the parents go out there and don't have food on their table so the kid won't get beat up at school, they go out and buy a pair of this has been my thing for years, okay? So Michael, I love you, okay? But make it so it's people are able that are affordable so that they can go out there and buy it. Because you're still doing the same thing. You got rich off our backs, okay? But I love you though, Mike. You did a good job, okay? When you was out there playing, you know. But anyway, so please, I don't care where you live, because we are on YouTube now.
Yep.
You need to vote. And you need to make your vote count in these primaries and these caucuses. I don't care what it is that's going on, because see, the dog catcher in your country, you don't know what he might do. You will get more time messing with a dog if somebody reports you than if you go beat me up, okay? Yeah. And that's the God's truth.
And with that said?
So you better make sure you paying attention on who it is that you put in office, because I shot the sheriff, but I did not shoot the deputy. And I had to get that explained to me. So I'm going to say with that, we're going to say good night. Get out there and vote.